Washington Wizards guard Jordan Poole has finally managed to be ranked as the league's most unserious player by basketball Twitter, and guess what? We are here to say that this is an unofficial good thing. Haters are all set to criticize Poole in his latest performance, but let us tell them some straight facts. Poole is just a young NBA player who only has 3 posts on his Instagram grid. But guess what? He had already gained a championship with the Warriors back in October 22, and he was in the first season of a 4-year deal, and that was worth up to $128 million. He had got a higher salary every year, and we don't mind telling that this man is already a winner. But he has been discussed and talked about in a negative light after every game as well. In an interview with The Ringer on October 2023, people said, "My family is taken care of, my basketball legacy is taken care of with the ring. This is probably the first time in my life I'll play basketball with no pressure." So that's kind of how I've looked at it. But it's a really good opportunity. It's a cool opportunity. Dope opportunity. It is indeed a dope opportunity. There's no denying that Poole has a chill-ass attitude that has troubled several members of the Warriors, especially Draymond Green, the player who doesn't understand the meaning of take a chill pill attitude in the whole of the NBA. Last season, thus, whatever happened is the chaos between two attitudes in the training camp when Green popularly shut Poole in the face. Later, it was revealed that his rage was due to the dialogue that happened over the course of time and stuff you don't say amongst men. This culture of conflict was hugely understood as the key reason why the Warriors removed Poole from the 9-figure contract extension and traded him for the no-nonsense player Chris Paul over the summer. Andre Iguodala, one of Poole's ex-teammates from the Warriors, shared about Poole's attitude in Golden State Warriors. "Why can't I go out there and be free like them?" Now, being the apparent best player on a rebuilding Wizards team, Poole has certainly got that freedom he has been looking for a while. Like, he is so free that he can be considered as the personification of the Freebird guitar solo. The most latest viral clip from the ongoing Poole party showed him cooking the Pistons' Cade Cunningham with a rather diabolical move, and we can think he just wants to stop playing? The strange hesitation permitted another defender to come over and block Poole's shot, which most other performers would have removed a good 2 seconds sooner. We can rank that as an early prospect for the funniest moment of the NBA calendar thus far. But despite being criticized and mocked on social media, Poole is still considered a useful player in the NBA. After all, he is a skilled shot maker with a sufficient wiggle to make opponents topple to the hardwood. One cannot forget how Poole was also amazing during the Warriors' 2022 title run, averaging 17 points per game on over 50% shooting. It's simply that for all the things he does that lead to his team winning, recalling a Game 5 performance in the 2022 Finals that Iguodala recognized won the Warriors game, he does something like making people know that he doesn't really completely understand the basketball rules. And guess what? This is the kind of stuff that people on the internet love to see and make fun of. But coming in terms of reality, we need to acknowledge that not every basketball player can be addicted to the grind. Not every athlete can love to have the Mamba mentality, and we shouldn't be shocked to accept the fact that not every team can be outstanding. The Wizards are definitely not that great, considering they are sitting at 3-15, and are also owners of the second worst winning percentage in the NBA. And that's absolutely fine. There are teams like the Wizards every single year, and it is nowhere shocking. And if people are going to keep troubling Poole for not living up to expectations, then they're simply boring. Even if the Wizards finish with something along the lines of 15 wins and earn the first pick in next year's draft, we don't mind recalling the team to be quite an entertaining one. No wonder that the 24-year-old is indeed struggling to lead his team in Washington Wizards, and his plan is not at all working so far. Well, that's totally okay. It is ridiculous to rank Poole as the most disappointing player in the 2023-24 season so far, and so quickly. We can note how in their most recent episode of Dunked on Prime, analysts Nate Duncan and Danny LaRue shared about the most disappointing players in the NBA through the first quarter of the season. If you want to watch this episode, you need to be a subscriber to Prime. Well, focusing on what they discussed here, they did mention Jordan Poole's name as one of the candidates, but they didn't rank him in the top 3. Cade Cunningham, Josh Giddey, and Scoot Henderson were gladly honored in the list above Poole by analysts. Yeah, there is no denying that when the Wizards acquired Poole in the offseason, he was expected to take the next step and take his game to the next level. Some analysts went so ahead in the future that they expected him to be the next James Harden. He was associated with the word all-star around left and right. However, after wearing the Wizards uniform, Poole has been finding it challenging to even be somewhere, forget about being close to that level. In fact, Poole is gaining attention to be ranking as one of the most damaging players in the NBA. With Poole on the court, the Wizards are outscored by 18.1 points per 100 possessions, a net rating that is 22.3 worse than when he is on the court. Yes, the three players mentioned above Poole are no wonder having extremely poor seasons. But Poole doesn't really seem to be bothered, as he might be in a tier of his own in terms of disappointment. Poole has a special combination of high skills and low effectiveness, which is an exceptional quality among his peers. According to Basketball Reference, Poole has a usage rate of 28.4% and a true shooting percentage of 50.4%. He's the only player in the league with these volume and efficiency numbers. And you'll be surprised to note that there are only 4 other players who are even in the ballpark of Poole in terms of volume and efficiency. Jaylen Brown, Julius Randle, Cade Cunningham, and Victor Wembanyama are the only players who have a usage rate of over 28% and a true shooting of less than 55%. And all these players are certainly better defenders than Poole and assist their team in other areas. However, none of their on-off ratings are as negative as Poole's. The tag of most disappointing player is surely a subjective one, as it relies on your priors on a player and your expectations. One can be more discontented in Cunningham or Poole, counting on what they were expecting from each of them. Irrespective of the fact that Poole has been ranked as a disappointing player based on his previous performances or not, it is quite evident that he still needs some time to rebuild his team. So, all of the fans of the Washington Wizards out there, have patience, even if it hasn't been the most promising start of Jordan Poole's experiment. If you talk about a trend in sports, especially about the NBA, over the last decade or so, then we can witness a little changed version of the hashtag grindset style LinkedIn mentality. Well, you want to know what's that? Wait, we'll tell you. You might remember this hashtag grindset style LinkedIn mentality being infected among the people you might have attended college with. If your old classmates have made a mark in the corporate world, then you would know how a robotic style they would keep posting on LinkedIn regularly, how hard they work, and how much wealth they've managed to make. You might have understood what we were trying to talk about here. Not clear? Well, we will decode it for you, relating the mindset with the game of basketball. Looks like the Phoenix Suns in basketball sharing a video of a team workout after a game is a similar activity. Players on Instagram flaunt their new hot physique every summer, and it's been sculpted by personal trainers that demonstrate their continued dedication to fitness. Now, coming back to Jordan Poole, it looks like Poole has shown a knack for going viral this season. Don't mistake Jordan for becoming altogether famous again for his skills or unwavering work ethic or shredded abs, because he is getting popular due to his huge goofball. In 2023 itself, Poole, interestingly, has managed to bless us with sufficiently silly performances to last the whole season. Have you watched any of them? Well, there will come a time when Jordan Poole finally does it and shuts all the trolls and haters out there. His comeback will be remembered and his chill-ass attitude will be appreciated. See, he has also moved on from the Draymond Green incident. If you liked our video, click on like and subscribe to our channel.